Hello, beautiful creator. My name is Mary Howe, and today's pick a card reading is going to focus on actually focusing. What do I need to know about gaining clarity? And so the three piles are pile 1, the aventurine crystal and these cards. Pile 2, the amethyst crystal and the cards here. And pile 3 is this rose quartz crystal and the cards here. So what you want to do is pick a card based on your intuition, and don't think about it. Tap into your gut, take a breath, notice what you're drawn to, and also know that you cannot do it wrong. So maybe you're questioning what your gut is saying, and we all do that. The more that you practice this, the easier it gets to pay attention. But the more clouded your thoughts are, the more judgments that you have, the more challenging it can be to pick. And so taking a few cleansing breaths, letting go of any judgments or thoughts that are distracting, and just give yourself a moment. And then once you've selected your pile, you can fast forward to your reading. And today I'm using several decks, including colors, crystals, and chakras, to kind of help with understanding energy and understanding being intentional with our paying attention to our intuition. So these crystal wisdom healing oracles by Judy Hall, the chakra wisdom oracle cards by Tori Hartman, and this color intuition deck by Laura Aldine Cam. So and not to forget my mystical artist decks that are not currently available for purchase, but I'm working on developing them. And I've actually got 3 decks mixed together, and so you may get parts of me deck in your reading, or the affirmation deck in your reading as well. So that is it. I will see you in your reading. Well, hello, pile 1. This is your reading about what do I need to know for clarity. And you can be focused on a particular situation, or it could be for finishing the year or starting the new year, whatever your intention is. So it could be about a relationship, it could be about work, whatever is on your mind, or you could make it even more general with just what do I need clarity on in general in my life, for my highest good. So so we've got the aventurine crystal, and this crystal is about love, communication, leadership, and letting go of worry an anxiety. It's also, adventuring to me is about prosperity and adventure, the adventure of life. So it can help with balancing all of your energy centers, just to create more balance and prosperity in your life. So isn't that lovely? It's a large, nice size crystal. All right, so let's see what your cards show. This card is about being patient, surrender, not forcing your way through the wilderness, but allowing things to unfold in their own time. And the second chakra, effervescent creativity sparkles from my being. My life's path is clear and founded in love, respect, and adventure. And so we've got some heart chakra here with growth. And some rejection. So where in your life have things gone awry? And then a rose quartz crystal and auralite crystal. Let's see what else you've got here. Okay, some the message in this particular card is about reconnecting to our soul, calling the soul back, and your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. What do you dream of creating? Are you listening to your dreams? And courage, the courage card. So, there's a huge shift going on, and whenever and this is happening collectively, it's not just us as individuals, but the whole world has been going through a huge transformation over the last several years at least. And on an individual level, well, you are a part of that transformation, and it's a very challenging thing to have to sit patiently waiting for things to unfold, especially if you've done a lot of inner work, and that that growth card shows that you probably have done a lot of inner work, and so now the work is to sit and align with your own wisdom, realign with your soul, and call your soul back. Do you live in your body, or do you live separate? And do you listen to your inner wisdom, or do you tend to ignore it? So maybe you've been working really, really hard, and instead of working hard, your job is to actually be still. And if you ask me, working hard can be easier sometimes than sitting still. And so this rejection card really is sort of about not needing to prove yourself anymore. It's about understanding who you are and what you have created or what you are creating. And right in the center of this reading, you've got your aventurine crystal and you've got your rose quartz crystal. And the rose quartz is about love, and it's in the shape of a heart. So the person that needs your love the most is you. And if you can heal the parts of yourself that that don't feel worthy or don't feel loved, and it's not even healing those parts of yourself because you've done the work, right? You've already done a lot of work. You've had a lot of growth, and you're finally at a point where you are consciously aware. I do not need to prove myself anymore. I do not need the approval of other people. I am a beautiful creator, and I have this wisdom. And so acknowledging that, not on an egoic level, not where you need to go and announce it to the world. You don't need to do that anymore. You don't have to go out there and tell everybody who you are. Your creativity speaks for itself. Your path is founded in love and respect and adventure. You are solid in who you are, and so it's just fine-tuning that inner voice that has been critical, and it's probably not even your voice. It's certainly not your soul's voice, but the critical voice that maybe was came from external sources and you then internalized. And so being intentional about loving yourself and aligning with that true self-worth, and aligning with that true self-worth and self-love. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think you deserve that? And the aura light can be a calming crystal, and what it says about yourself is that you are a multi-layered soul on a course of accelerated spiritual growth. You came here to share your knowledge and have an ability to move between different dimensions. The slowness and seeming impossibility of this task have brought disillusionment and discontent, but do not despair. Raise your own consciousness and others will follow. So, reconnecting with your soul and allowing your ego to be a part of that, but without it being the focus. And Isis is a goddess that's in charge of manifesting. And so you may want to call on her to help you with manifesting your dreams, visions, and goals into reality. And my guess is she is already there, but you can ask her to help you open up to your purpose and put a fire underneath your dreams. But remember, you don't go out and make things happen without any inspiration, because things are, you have the ability to manifest without doing all the hard work that you have been doing. And you are courageous. I am courageous is the mantra. I am present. I am here. I am creative. I am courageous. And there is your reading, pile 1. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear your comments about how this is helpful, and subscribe so you don't miss a reading. Thank you. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So you've chosen the pile with the amethyst, and amethyst is all about intuition, connecting to your own higher self or the divine, and it helps with insight and insomnia. It also helps with creativity, stress, worry, anxiety, addiction, nightmares. So it's a very powerful, popular crystal, and really about connecting us to our intuition. So there's your crystal. And let's see what cards you've got. Stars. Optimistic, abundant, innovations. You need not move mountains to find what you're looking for. Do the small things. Small steps, baby steps. Love. Self-love is essential, for I cannot see the love in the hearts of others or in the world if I do not know it in myself. The love I feel for the divine echoes throughout my life and sets my course. Love is all around. I think that's going to be a theme for today, because pile 1 got a little bit of that, and pile 3 is the rose quartz, which is about love and self-love. And then seventh chakra, which is the crown chakra, and it's about your divine knowing. My divine eternal knowing is seamless with the creative force, love, and the intelligence of the universe. I am the essence of love personified. And adventure. Seeker of truth and wisdom, I find happiness in the process of witnessing what waits around the corner, bringing me the joy and passion of a new horizon. Destiny. Grief. Quantum Quattro is another crystal for your message today. And what does it mean to be your own beloved? Love is the only thing that is real. Everything else is an illusion. So what does it mean for you to be your own beloved? And courage. This is another message that was in the last reading too. So you may want to go look at that. Reading 1. I can take responsibility for my feelings, experiences, and actions. I practice integrity, speaking when I don't want to, being silent when I don't want to, or when I'm afraid. I can say or do what is difficult. What are you not saying that needs to be said? Or what are you saying that doesn't need to be said? Focus on one thing. Eliminating distractions is your job right now. So let's see what else we can learn about some of these cards. The Destiny card. Destiny. What is your destiny? Together we are stronger than alone. This card is about taking risk. Dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? So maybe your life is too complex. Maybe you want a simpler life actually, and but you've committed yourself to paying for the things that the comforts, the luxuries of this world. Maybe you've committed to that for yourself, or maybe you've committed to that for other people, but what you really want is to live simply. Maybe you want to be able to get up late, or not feel rushed every second of the day, and that you always have something else that you have to get done or accomplish or get to. Or maybe you want more meditation in your life, or spirituality in your life. Being able to have the time to connect with your wisdom, but the life that you're committed to is not going to allow that. And so you may have to sacrifice some things in order to create your destiny that you're here to do. And together integrating the parts of yourself that maybe you have denied. So maybe the intuition is a part of yourself that you've denied. Do you know what your destiny is, what your purpose is in this lifetime? And then the grief card speaks to love. Grief is love without a place to go. And maybe you have some unresolved grief. Maybe maybe you have been sacrificing connection with others in order to stay afloat. Maybe grief has made you disconnected. But in order to let go of grief, in order to heal from whatever grieves you, it is important to connect and communicate. So saying what needs to be said, communicating your vulnerable thoughts and feelings, so that you can be heard, so that your soul can be heard as well. And then the Quantum Quattro. This is a healing stone and can have a dramatic effect on our physical vitality. It brings about an energetic shift and integration. So it seems like there's something within you that is wanting to heal. And so one of the things I'll tell you about stones and all this energy stuff, sometimes people just don't understand, but it's not magic. It's not magic. It's about intention. And so you may not really be into crystals because it doesn't seem logical. But if you think about it as setting an intention and it just being another tool to help with being intentional and fine-tuning, tapping into the intention, setting the intention, and having something concrete to follow through with the intention, then that can be very helpful in kind of recognizing that and allowing that to be what it is. So you don't have to think they're like magical or have some super quality that doesn't make sense. It's just everything is energy. So we have these energy centers in our body, and the crystals are energy, and they can just help with setting those intentions. So the message here really is about taking small steps in your emotional healing and your physical healing, kind of recognizing that you are worthy of love, and you are worthy of you are worthy of healing, and you don't have to do it all at one time. You can just take the next step that feels right, and start small, but be intentional about what it is you're doing. So you might not believe that you're worthy of love, but a belief is just a thought that we keep thinking. And so in order to change the belief, you have to be like, acknowledge, okay, this is something I don't believe. I don't believe that I'm worthy of love. Deep within my unconscious, I have made myself believe by thinking I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. And so the way to shift that is to be conscious and say, I know that's not true. It's not logical if I look at any other person on the planet and I think, of course they're worthy of love. Everybody's worthy of love. Then that must also be true for me. And so by recognizing that and then being intentional, and that's where something like a crystal can be helpful. So just saying, okay, I don't believe it, but I know it's true. So I'm going to shift this thought, and it might take forever, but it also might just clear up right away. And so sometimes if we can be clear with our intentions and setting them and following through with them, then things can shift very quickly. What happens is we tend to get in our own way and overthink things. And so just connecting with that something simple like, I am worthy, I do deserve love, and if no one else on the planet can love me, I can love myself. And that's what it means to be your own beloved. You are worthy, you are worthy, you are worthy. Your wisdom, your divine destiny, your divine wisdom knows you are worth it. It must be true. And I hope that you will take the time to choose to believe that, because you do have a choice. All right, thank you, Pile 2, for listening in. I hope this was helpful, and if so, if it was, please like and subscribe so you don't miss a reading. And I would love to hear your comments if it was helpful. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So you have the rose quartz crystal, which is all about love, and it's self-love. You can't love others unless you love yourself. And if you don't believe that's true, then, well, I guess I'd love to hear about that. But it is true. If we don't love ourselves, then it really is difficult to love other people. So, now, I did want to say that the other reading 1 and reading 2 was about love, self-love, and other things, of course. So I'm curious to see what is going to be similar in your reading and what is going to be different. So your cards so far are, I'm a spark of the divine, I'm a spark of love, pure love, and it's focused on having a right to be here. You have a right to be here. And compassion, strength, and evenness are 2 pillars of compassion. I have strength to give with love when I have been hurt. I have evenness to hold no attachments, jealousy, or resentment. This type of compassion opens my heart, wherein lie profound understanding and truth. With compassion, our interconnectedness is revealed. In the heart chakra, divine love fills my heart. I hear the song of the universe, the one song that is mine to sing in this life. I am whole, I am healed. I receive and radiate loving kindness. what I'm wondering is, so renewal, completion, you love yourself, actually. You already know this is true. Citrine, rainbow, mayonite, and what else? Next, don't go down the rabbit hole. And then this is a garden of celery. I had a dream about growing celery, and celery it says, I am prosperous beyond my dreams. I am prosperous beyond my dreams. What are you dreaming of? Pile 3. What are you dreaming of? So, you're in a place of newness, renewal, believing that you are worthy and deserving, and so what is it that you are worthy of? What are you dreaming of? Another beginning. And I believe that you know this, but what appears to be an end may not be one after all. It could be a remarkable opportunity. And so being intentional about staying aligned is important. You also got that completion card. So what is an ending is also a beginning. Cherish all the beauty, including the endings. Do not fear completion, embrace it. Where are you living? Are you living in the present? Because you've got this, don't go down the rabbit hole. And this this says next. So every time a self-depreciating thought comes up, say next until good ideas flow. And this doesn't mean that you don't love yourself and aren't healed, but like a merry-go-round. If you've ever spent time on a merry-go-round, what happens is you, if you're the one pushing the merry-go-round, then it's easy. Like once it's going, it's easy. So if you have a negative thought, it's going. You don't really have to push that hard. You don't have to work that hard to keep those thoughts going. But if you want to change them, then you actually have to work really hard to get them going in a different direction. And so you've already done that. But sometimes those thoughts just kind of pop out, and so you've got to be intentional about continuing that process and continuing on to the self-loving and the loving externally. And so I started this reading by saying you cannot love another without first loving yourself. And my belief is that you've gotten that message. You're aware of that. You're conscious of that. And so, so by being intentional about sharing your love with the world, then you stay out of that rabbit hole. But what can get you stuck in the rabbit hole, I know this happens to me way way too much more than I would like to admit. But what happens is I will criticize myself for something I said or something I did. And so sometimes just staying home, staying isolated can feel safer. I can love myself when I'm not in the world. When I'm home nurturing myself, I can do that. But going out into the world sometimes can be a challenge. And so but the thing is, you can't, I think you're being called back into the world to, like this time of self-withdrawal, self-reflection, going inward may be over. You've done that inner work, and it's time to go back in the world and share your love and compassion with the world. And that doesn't mean you don't take time for yourself and go within, but that you're intentional about sharing more of that compassion and love, and what you share, the love and compassion that you share actually grows. And so it's a give and receive. So when I give love, I receive love too. In that joy, there's abundance. In that love, there is abundance, and that is the message of the citrine stone. And not just sharing it, but playing, connecting, playing, finding joy in the little things, acknowledging that you have a right to be here. It's okay that you're here. It's okay that you go out and share your light with the world. It's not just okay. It's like really necessary. The world needs more of that. And so you are a gift to the world when you are willing to share that. And maybe getting this stone, the rainbow mayonite, to help let go, to raise your vibrations, release old beliefs and patterns, and to sort of transmute and heal the world. So just even having that in your possession, and I think the citrine could do that as well, which might be easier to come by, or the rose quartz too. So any of those stones will be helpful for you to have on your person, on yourself, that to take with you out into the world to share that light, because you are a spark of pure love. So it's time to gather yourself up and step out into the world. You have things to teach and share, and it might just be your light. That that is enough. That is enough. Okay, pile 3, this is your reading. I hope it was helpful. Would love to hear your thoughts, if it's helpful, and comments below. And you can give it a thumbs up. That'd be great. And subscribe so you don't miss a reading. Thank you for being here. Bye.